A National Dialogue Committee will now involve economists as part of their panel to deliberate on reducing the high cost of living. The committee began a retreat in Nakuru County, during which members are expected to consolidate the varied recommendations collected from Kenyans and thereafter present a report before Parliament. Here's NTV's Ruth Samwe with more.
During the first day of the National Dialogue Committee retreat in Elementaita, Nakuru County, the committee sought the way forward on the high cost of living, an issue that had become a bone of contention between the Kenya Kwanza and Azimio factions. The 6 members agreed to bring in experts to chart the way forward.
Because this very difficult issue of the cost of living is not an issue that we can negotiate on and agree on in one sitting. And we have therefore resolved that beginning next week, we shall be inviting a number of experts to help us to crack the numbers.
We may want to involve a call expert opinion, and indeed some of the stakeholders during the stakeholders consultation will recall that we would tell some of them, go improve on this matter and come back to us.
The committee did not reveal the experts they will engage in the discussions, but hopes to come up with solutions.
We want to look at that issue of the cost of living from immediate, what would constitute immediate solutions, medium-term solutions, and long-term solutions for our country.
And while the team is expected to hand over their report to Parliament, Azimio co-chair Kalonzo Musyoka hinted at their plan to continue receiving recommendations from the public.
Yesterday in Kajiado, we had the governor of Kajiado saying the Ma community will still want to reach out to us. And we said we cannot, of course, bring you to address us publicly, but there's no harm in putting that memorandum across. We don't want to feel that to give an indication that any Kenyan is left behind in this effort.
The committee refuted to release a breakdown of the expenditure in the last 1 month, but lamented over the inadequate resources in their coffers.
Courtesy of NTV and the Nation Media House that reported we had a budget of 100 million, it has become extremely difficult for us to be able to access funding. Even for this retreat, it was extremely difficult. And that's why you realize we have only like 2 days to be here to thrash out the issues because we have absolutely no money.
We're involved in the most critical national exercise. And if we begin to count the chicken and whatever, we are missing the point. We are very honorable people. We are very honorable people. We don't want to get a shilling.
On the issue of political leaders trashing ongoing discussions, the committee says it will only focus on matters that are deliberated during its sessions.
We had agreed on a number of issues which we communicated, including an audit of the electoral process. And what we are working on together with our experts, our technical team, is the how and the instruments to use. And therefore, those are still matters that are lying before us. Once we agree, we'll be able to communicate to you.
Ruth Samwe, NTV in Nakuru.